Okay, coming at you with another FPV RAW video. For this flight, I have added a fourth camera to my Skywalker. Why? Because more is better. More views, more resolution, more redundancy, and more fun. So in addition to my GoPro, my BEV RC camera, and my 808 wingtip camera, I have now added this sweet little camera to the equation. This is a brand new Mobius camera I purchased for about 70 bucks on eBay. I purchased the standard lens version as opposed to the wide angle lens because I wanted to have as close to a normal view of the ground below me as possible. A wide angle lens makes objects appear further away so you see less detail, whereas the regular lens of this Mobius camera will give me a more close-up view of what is happening directly underneath. Let's head out to the field, and we're attaching a small ballistic package here. The primary mission today is to drop a water balloon in the river. The secondary mission is to see what kind of awesome footage I can get with 4 separate cameras on board. Oscar Romeo 44 traffic. Skywalker Foxtrot Papa Victor taking off runway 9, departure to the north. Now camera number 1 is my trusty GoPro Hero, which has been capturing excellent video for the past 18 months. Camera number 2 is my 808 number 16 keychain camera, which is mounted on the wingtip. Camera number 3 is my BEV KX181H live camera. This view up top here is what I am actually seeing through my video goggles throughout this entire flight. Camera number 4 is the brand new Mobius 1080p action camera, and check out that view below me. That's a $70 1080p HD Mobius action camera. The level of detail is way better than my number 16 camera, which I expected, but this is awesome. I mean, you could hunt for Easter eggs down there. Now I'll put a link to where I bought the Mobius camera in the description below. Now as I make my way north towards the Mackenzie River ahead, you will see that I am switching back and forth between 3 of my 4 onboard cameras. I can cycle through my forward camera, my wingtip camera, and my bomb drop camera while I'm flying using my 3-way camera switcher. Be sure to watch my upcoming videos in this mini-series, which will show you in depth how I accomplished all this. I will show you everything you need to know, including how to make a perfect external camera mount, wiring installation techniques, and how to set up the actual camera switcher itself. You won't want to miss these, so subscribe to my channel now if you haven't already. And there's a lovely shot of my 808 and my Mobius hanging from my wing. They look cute together, don't they? Now, I don't have a live video feed coming from my GoPro hooked up because I already have the BEV RC camera mounted on my pan servo, so I don't need an extra forward-looking view. Okay, we have arrived over the river now, and I'm going to do a nice gentle turn to the left. Now, some of you may have noticed that my autopilot has been stuck on auto balance mode or ABM mode for the entire flight. The reason for this is because I normally use channel 7 on my Futaba radio to control my FY31AP's auto balance mode and also path navigation mode. Since I rarely use ABM and have never used path navigation, I elected to unplug channel 7 from my FY31AP, and instead I plugged my camera switcher into channel 7. The result is my FY31AP sees the unhooked channel input as centered, and the centered setting for my FY31AP is ABM mode. So until I figure out an easy workaround, my Skywalker will be stuck on ABM while flying. Not a huge deal, but I'm a control freak and I don't like sharing the controls with my autopilot unless I absolutely have to, so I'll figure it out. Now here I'm flying east upriver. You will see me switching between my forward view and my bomb bay view as I fly. I'm doing 2 things here. Number 1, I am practicing lining up with the river below, and number 2, I am making certain there are no boats, kayaks, or any other watercraft below me. A drop water balloon can reach speeds of over 100 miles an hour if dropped from sufficient height, so you must never perform a stunt like this unless you can be absolutely certain there is nobody in the drop zone. Okay, switching to my wingtip camera here and turning back around to the west. It is pretty easy to do nice coordinated turns while watching from the wingtip camera. Using the forward view again here to get realigned. Now my video is breaking up quite a bit. This is a result of high trees back at home base and the fact that my altitude here is only about 70 meters and my distance is over a kilometer. However, I am certain we have a clear drop zone and we're ready to drop. So with a flip of my gear switch, the package is deployed. And you can see the splash there in the live view. Now let's rewind it and watch the recorded view in 1080p resolution. Nice splash. It's a lot of fun returning tap water to its source, don't you think? And here is the same drop from my 808 number 16 wingtip camera. Now I'm switching to my wingtip camera in flight again as I perform another 360-degree turn over the river before heading home. It is really easy to make nice turns like this and also maintain altitude with auto balance mode on, nice and smooth. Now as I pan my camera south towards home, you will see a glitch. There it is right there. That was my aircraft losing RC signal and going into failsafe for just a fraction of a second. My video feed is also breaking up a bit more than usual. Again, I'm certain this is due to my low altitude in relation to my distance from home, and also the high trees along the north edge of my runway. So I'm not concerned at all. If there is a problem, I am certain my autopilot will take over and get my aircraft home safely. I would never dream of flying an FPV plane this low over a kilometer without failsafe and return to launch capabilities. Directly ahead of me, you can see the field adjacent to my home position. And I'm now making a turn to the west for the downwind leg of my landing approach. There's a beautiful downward view from the Mobius camera. That's the recorded view. Now so far in the flight, I have been flying using my directional antenna on the ground. But for landing, I'm going to switch to my Omni antenna just in case I have to execute a missed approach. The last thing I want to be doing is trying to manually point an antenna while I'm trying to land or go around again. In order to accomplish this, I need to take off my goggles so I can press the appropriate button on my ground station. So let's engage auto circle mode over a relatively unpopulated area. Keep in mind that I can still see this live video feed via the LCD screen of my video recorder even with my goggles off, so I can monitor the aircraft in case it does something unexpected. Okay, all done. We've switched antennas and ACM mode disengaged. I have full control back. If you are wondering why the DragonLink logo keeps popping up, it is because I love my DragonLink. The DragonLink long-range RC system will give you 30 kilometers of rock-solid range or more, depending on how cleanly you install your equipment. Taking a look around, and now we are settled in on the base leg of our landing attempt. Switching between camera views just for fun here. Look at that recorded view below. I'm loving this Mobius camera so much better than my 808. Much more detail, of course, since I now have 1080p instead of just 720p. Below me I can see a person wearing a black shirt and khaki pants walking a white dog and a black dog. With my 808 camera we would only see 3 moving smudges at best. With this new camera you can actually see individual leaves on the ground from 100 meters up. It's just awesome. Okay, that strip of grass below tells me it is time to turn on the final. Oscar Romeo 44 traffic. Skywalker Foxtrot Papa Victor is on final. Runway 9er to land. And right now I am engaging return to launch. This will keep the aircraft pointed right down the runway at 100 meters altitude while I physically remove my goggles to take a look around my home base to make sure there are no bicyclists or walkers or joggers on the bike path where I intend to land. The runway's vacant in both directions, so we are cleared to land. Switching back to auto balance mode here. Now what I'm about to do is something that I have never attempted before. That is, execute a landing with auto balance on. The ABM mode not only keeps the wings level, but it also will attempt to keep my pitch or my attitude straight and level with the horizon as it attempts to also maintain altitude. In essence, I will have to force the plane to land, which will be a new experience for me, and to be honest, I do not know how hard the plane is going to fight to stay airborne. Here I've pulled the power back just a little bit, and I am pushing the elevator forward to maintain a nose-down attitude. I can see I'm still a little above glide slope here, so I have cut the throttle completely and am continuing to force the nose down. Right here I will show you a few stills at low altitude as I'm coming in just for fun. And touch down for a little bit of a bumpy but otherwise uneventful landing, which is just the way we like it. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.